Let me tell you the real reason most people never reach their dreams. It is not about a lack of money. It is not a lack of talent. It is not a lack of time. Why lack of vision destroys your dreams. This lack of clear vision could be what makes or breaks your life. When we think about our lives, we have different areas that we can think about. You can think about your career. You can think about your spiritual life. You can think about your marriage. You can think about your relationship with your children. You can think about your finances. And there are different wishes that you have in these different areas. The bad news is if you do not create a clear roadmap of where you want to be in each of these areas, then they will only remain wishes and they will never move to be the reality. So it is not about the talent. It is not about the resources that you have. It is not about the time that you have. All of us have 24 hours in any given day. But some people will achieve a lot in a given time period. Others will just scroll through and drift and the day is so far. So some people will say, I need a better life. I want success. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. But you have not defined what exactly you want to achieve when you talk about I want to be healthy. What does being healthy mean to you? So when you do not decide clearly what this means to you, then the dream will not be actualized because your brain cannot see it. And today I want to show you why unclear vision keeps you stuck, what science says about vision achievement, and how to create a clear vision that changes everything. So what does science show us about our vision and our goals? Research in psychology shows that something very powerful. When your brain has a clear target, then it will find ways of achieving what it wants. And that gives it attention and gives it effort. But when the target is unclear, then the motivation drops, effort become weak, and then you will definitely quit because you cannot know where you are going. When you do not know where you are going, then any vehicle that you get into is going there, and then you never get to nowhere. So studies have shown that goal setting that is clear and specific then leads to better performance, more persistence, and even higher success because you know where you want to go. So without vision, the brain drifts and you will stay busy but no go where. You'll be like someone on a treadmill, working very hard but in the same position. So what happens when the vision is not clear? When you don't have a clear vision, you copy other people's dream. So you start doing what others you see them doing. You don't know what is good for me. Then you chase many things at once. When you have too many things. When you are not very clear on what you want to do, then you can chase anything and you will get there because you don't even know where you want to get. And then you feel tired, you feel unfulfilled, and at many times you may feel frustrated. So you wake up, you work, you sleep, and time passes. And as the years go by, if you are not careful, the only thing that adds to your life is years. But in the same position, struggling with your marriage, struggling with your children, struggling with your finances, struggling with your career, struggling with everything, the same position. So If you ask yourself, how did I get here? Then the real reason is you do not have a clean vision of what you want to achieve. And the lack of vision does not scream. It whispers and keeps you stuck always. So it steals your focus, it diminishes your discipline, and even steals your confidence. Because confidence comes as a result of succeeding in something many times. You practice doing something over and over and over, you gain confidence. And this makes you even want to get better. So, how do you improve your vision? The first thing for you to have a clear vision is look at your life in general. What are the things that you think are important to you? Is it your spiritual life? Is it your marriage? Is it your relationship with your children? Is it your career and your profession? Is it your finances? Is it your health? And whichever area you think is important to your life. Then in each of these areas, think of what do I want to achieve. If you look at your spiritual life, what is it that you want to achieve with your spiritual life? If you look at your marriage, what is it that you want to achieve with your marriage? If you look at your children, what is it that you want to achieve in your relationship with your children, or bringing up your children, or whichever relationship that you want to take up? What is it that you want to achieve? And just write them down. And then once you have written them down, it is always good uh, to look at what you have written. Have a system of looking at what are your goals or what are your dreams. Uh, it is often recommended that if you can look at these dreams, either before you sleep, or have a system of, will you be looking at it on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, and then have a way of visualizing what is it that I want to achieve in this area. Do you see yourself getting there? And then uh, getting to adopt the personality of the person, of the goal that you want to achieve. If, for example, you want to be, I'll write a book, define yourself, I'm an author. So what does an author do? He writes books. And your brain will move you toward that goal. If you see yourself as a parent who is concerned about your parent, you define yourself, I'm a parent who cares for my children. And then your brain will show you what to do better to improve on your relationship with your children. So when a dream is clear, your mind will look for opportunities to help you achieve that. Your heart also stays engaged with that dream, with that wish. And then you start to change your habits so that you make the dream that you have into a reality. Now, there is the catch. Many people do not also want to think critically about their lives. You want to live fairly so that you don't blame yourself when you don't get anywhere, because you did not even have anywhere to achieve. But this does not only affect your life, it also affects the life of others. So many people avoid clarity because a clear vision brings responsibility, and possibly you don't want to take responsibility. A clear vision removes excuses. You want to have many reasons, blame the government, blame your parents, blame your upbringing. You can have all excuses. And remember, when you're talking about this lack of clear vision, I'm talking about the 6 chains that keep people away from achieving their dreams and achieving their goals. In my previous videos, I've talked about programming to mediocrity, fear of failure, and criticism. Now we are talking about lack of a clear vision, and I encourage you that you keep watching, because I'll show you the other 2 chains that keep you from achieving what you really feel is important to you in your life. So uh, then the clear vision exposes your fear. I've talked about fear before and how to deal with it, but I will also come back again to show you what are some of the edges, some of the powers that are within you that you need to ignite so that you achieve what you are created to achieve. So if you clearly decide what you want, you will no longer pretend. People who stay fake, they stay safe, but safety will kill the most important dreams of your life. So, what does a clear vision do? A clear vision does three things. One, it gives you direction. You know where to say yes and where to say no. What do you want to focus your energy to? When you don't have um, a clear vision, you are like the sun. It warms everything, but burns nothing. But when you focus it with a mirror on a particular point, then it burns and it concentrates the energy in that given time. So when you decide this is what I want to achieve, then you concentrate your energies on that and you see solutions that you never imagined that you're able to do. Then having that clear vision also gives you discipline because you cannot live a scattered life when you know I really need, for example, to build uh, my career. I want to achieve this in my finances. So you are very focused, laser like focusing. Then it creates resilience. Even when you meet obstacles, you are not uh, overwhelmed. You still have the capacity to bounce back. Well, that's what it is. Means that you are able to get back and stand on your feet and take responsibility. I have done this. I've learned that what I was doing, I did not do it the right way. So I'll start again. So the vision is not just motivation, but it gives you the energy to keep moving. And that gives you motivation. So what are some of the simple steps that you can be able to take to define your vision and to see it clearly and to make it move you? So take an area in your life. It could be your health. It could be your career. It could be your family. It could be your faith. It could be your finances. And ask yourself, what is it do I want to achieve in this year, in this area? And where do I want to be in 5 years or 10 years from now? Then write the goals in each of those areas of what you want to achieve. So once you write them down, you see you have the goals, write them down, then have a system of reviewing your goals on a daily basis. You could review them in the morning or before bed so that your mind, when it is keeps on being shown, this is where you want to go, then it activates uh, the part of the brain that gives you the energy and the solutions on how to get what you want. Then be able to visualize and see yourself in that area. If I had the capacity of all the money that I need to have, how would I look like? How would I behave? What kind of a person would I be? What would I do if I had achieved this person? And then define yourself as that person. If you want to start a business, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, then define yourself. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a person who does a business. And then you start growing. So you write it down, even if not perfectly, but something that will be your guide uh, on what to do. Then break it down into steps and actions. Break it down so small that you have specific actions, the small actions that you can be able to implement. For example, if you want to start a business, The first step would just be writing a plan. What kind of a business will I be doing? So put it down in writing, very simple way, in a very clear way. If you want to live a healthy life, what does health mean to you? It could be, I want to attain, if for example, your BMI is 35, you can say, in the next 5 years, I want to bring my body mass index to 25. So for me to be able to bring my body mass index to 25, what are the things that contribute to it? It is your food, it's your sleep, it's your exercises, it's your social connections, the things that you do in your life that make your weight to go high. Then you decide which of these is the most critical part. Let's say, for example, it's your nutrition. So what are the things that I'm going to do to change my nutrition? You may decide one of the things that I want to cut is calories. How do I cut calories? Possible, I'll cut all sugar from diet. So you put actions. What are the things that I need to do to cut sugar into my life? You could say, no, to stop buying sugar. And you decide from this date, I'll not be buying any sugar. I'll stop buying sugar. And then from this date, I'll stop buying sugar. Then create systems. When I talk about creating systems, we many times want to rely on willpower, especially on things that are not very clear in our lives. When you look at our career, you have a very specific plan, like what time you wake up to go to your job, what time you're supposed to be at your job. But when you look at things like relationship with your children, there's nothing written down that this is the time I'll have with my son, or this is the time I will need to play with my children. You have nothing specific. But if you really want success in those kind of things, make it intentional. Plan specific time that I'll be playing with my child from this time to this time. That's the way you plan how to go to your work. And that is what uh, being intentional means, that you have looked at those areas very specifically and put actions that you can do on a daily basis, you can do on a weekly basis, you can do on a monthly basis, you can do on a yearly basis. If we take the example of your health, on a daily basis, I will be walking for 15 minutes. On a daily basis, I will be sleeping at night. I will stop using my phone from 8. These are specific actions that you can time, you can even journal that today, because the other thing is actually uh, following up. If you say this is what I want to do, then you can be able to monitor. You can use a journal to say, yes, I said I'll not take sugar. Did I attain that? Yes. I said I'm going to walk for 15 minutes. Did I do that? Yes. I said I will be writing a message of love to my wife on a daily basis. Did I do that? I said we will be going out on a weekly basis. Did you do that? I will be giving a gift. You see, I'll be spending an hour with my child on a weekly basis. Did you do that? So you can be able to track what you have decided to do. And that gives you clarity. And when you see yourself consistently achieving what you wanted, then you start gaining confidence. You start realizing your potential, and you start becoming better. And this is how you improve and you become unstoppable by having a clear vision. I'm just talking about lack of a clear vision as a chain that keeps you. We will see how to overcome this chain completely as we continue with this discussion. So stay tuned for more tips on how to cut this chain and how to build the power that you need to have. There are many things that can make you not achieve your dreams even when you have a clear vision. If you don't have the resources, but the resources are not a problem. If you don't have the talent, if you don't have the time, you don't have the know-how, but you can recruit other sources of energy so that you will move on. So let me leave you with this. You don't rise to the level of your wishes, but you rise to the level of the vision that you have. If your life, you are feeling stuck, don't ask for more energy. Ask for clarity, and the clarity will come from you. If this message has spoken to you, decide three important areas of your life. Write down what you want to achieve in each of those areas. Write them down. See yourself, if I was to achieve these dreams, where would I be? How would I look like? See yourself as that person who achieved that dream, and then start working on it. Knowing what to do does not change anything, but executing, even if you start poorly, is what makes a difference. So share this with someone who is feeling stuck. Subscribe to the Wellness and Health YouTube channel so that you learn more tips on how to grow your wealth and how to be an entrepreneur, and share it with others so that we grow together. Thank you for watching. I see you in the next video.